Hey, good Sunday afternoon, everyone. Meteorologist Collin Rogers here with an update for you a little before 12:30 p.m. on this Sunday, March 30th. Right now, all is quiet across West Michigan. We have seen a few showers north of Holland, really. The rest of us, though, sitting dry right now. We're just dealing with quite a bit of cloud cover. And it may not feel like a severe weather kind of day, right? When we have these cloudy skies, but what you're not necessarily seeing is instability that's increasing. You may notice outside it feels a little muggy, a little sticky. That's going to help amplify our chance for severe thunderstorms later today. There's also quite a bit of wind shear, a change in wind direction and change in wind speed with height. All right, so when you put all those ingredients together, that is a good combination for some strong severe thunderstorms developing during the afternoon and the evening hours. So 3 p.m. to 8 p.m., that's going to be our time frame to watch. I'll get into more specifics here in just a minute. Shannon, good afternoon to you. Pam, good afternoon to you as well. I know you tagged my Facebook page, Pam. By the way, I am locked out of my Facebook page right now. I've tried to get Meta's attention. I'm working with my corporate digital people. In case you're wondering why I have not been updating in like 10 days, I am locked out of my account. Hopefully, we'll get access to that soon. We should have access to that soon. So just wanted to mention that. Gwen, good afternoon to you. Jeanette, checking in from a cloudy Coldwater. Candace, good afternoon to you as well. Hoping it doesn't get too bad in Kalamazoo. I hope not either. We'll go ahead and look at the latest here from the Storm Prediction Center. They just came out with a brand new update. First, let's take a live look outside, though. Dealing with cloudy skies right now over downtown Kalamazoo. And same drill over in Battle Creek. Really, everyone is seeing cloudy skies all across West Michigan right now. Here's the latest from the Storm Prediction Center. They're down in Norman, Oklahoma. They're the ones who issue these severe weather outlooks all across the country. And they're kind of the experts when it comes to severe weather. So that orange shading, you'll notice, is a lot bigger than it was this morning. Originally when I came in this morning, just like Niles, Dowagiac, Sturgis were under that enhanced risk. Now it's most of West Michigan, which is a level 3 out of 5 risk for severe thunderstorms. That orange shading there, that's showing up on the map. So that shows you that confidence is increasing, that we're going to see some strong to severe thunderstorms this afternoon and this evening. Time to be weather aware, 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's when we'll see storms sweeping through West Michigan from southwest to northeast. Some of them could be severe. Now, the main threat is going to be damaging winds. Large hail is also a possibility, and there's a really low chance, but I'm not going to rule out a quick spin-up tornado with this broken line of storms that moves through the region. So we need to have a way to receive alerts today. Download the News Channel 3 Weather Alert Network app. It'll alert you wherever you're at. It knows where your location is. It will send you warnings, watches, advisories to your phone, depending on your locations. That's really handy to have. Also, of course, any other way that you receive alerts, you want multiple ways. So your phone, your TV, just don't rely just on one way to get alerts as well. Also, no weather radio, really nice to have as well. Let's see, Mikey, happy Sunday to you. Wicked weather, is that the title of your Facebook page? Remain weather aware today. I agree, wicked weather. Burnell, good afternoon to you. Thanks for jumping in. Kendra, Ionia County, hoping that nothing is too bad. Well, Ionia County now is under a enhanced risk. There you can see it in orange. So they've gotten upgraded as well. Kendra. Chris, hello to you. Happy Sunday. Extra foggy in Sand Lake, says Callie. Yeah, that fog should get out here soon. We'll see those winds picking up, and that should clear the fog out. In fact, we could see some clearing. I have a lot to show here that I've been promising you guys. I'll show you the current satellite and radar as well. That'll show you some interesting trends going on right now in Illinois. Tyler, maybe. Low chance, maybe. I think severe thunderstorms are more the concern today, but hey, you can get just as bad damage with a severe thunderstorm as is a weekend tornado, low-end tornado. So let's go ahead and look at the risks, the different threats, right? So this is where we've seen a huge upgrade. Wind, damaging wind gusts, 58 miles per hour or higher. That's considered severe. That's what's considered a severe thunderstorm warning, right? is producing 58 mile per hour wind gusts or higher. Earlier today, we are under a elevated or enhanced risk, depending on where you were. So that's that red and the yellow shading. You'll notice now areas like Battle Creek, Kalamazoo, Marshall, Coldwater, Three Rivers, you're under a high risk for receiving damaging wind gusts. So that means that there's a good chance that those areas are going to see 58 mile per hour wind gusts or higher as these storms move through. That threat gets lower and lower the further north you go. We have more instability. We have more storm fuel and better ingredients. We're going to be a bit warmer as well further south. So areas kind of along and south of the I-94 corridor, that's where we have the highest chance at seeing some damaging wind gusts as this broken line of storms moves through. You'll notice there's an elevated risk for some large hail too. So we could have some storms produce some quarter-sized hail. I think the main threat's still damaging winds, but I'm not going to rule out some large hail. And then we could see a quick spin-up tornado. Notice that threat, very low today. Sometimes we can get those, very brief tornadoes that kind of drop and then they pick right back up. That's a possibility today, but the main concern is going to be those straight line damaging winds and maybe an isolated storm with some large quarter-sized hail. So that's a look at your threats graphic for today. Let's go ahead and look at hour by hour, kind of look at things, as it happens. So right now we're dealing with cloudy skies and we seeing a little bit of fog out there still, maybe a few spotty showers. You'll notice those kind of move to the north and the east. Notice what happens here around 4 o'clock. Let me move back a little bit. Notice what happens around 3 o'clock. You notice how those clouds start to break up a little more and we may see some sunshine. All that does is, increase our instability and make it easier for storms to grow stronger faster. All right, so here's that line of storms moving in, knocking on our doorstep, 3, 4 o'clock. Areas like Benton Harbor, Niles, Dowagiac getting in on the action. That broken line of storms will continue to push further to the north and the east. I went a little farther than I wanted to there. So 5 o'clock, areas like Allegan, Holland, Grand Rapids, Kalamazoo, Three Rivers, Sturgis, getting in on that broken line of some thunderstorms. Could have some really gusty winds as that line of storms moves through. Maybe some isolated hail, some large hail, and perhaps a quick spin up tornado. But once again, that's a very low threat today. When we get these kind of bowing line segments, that's indicating more of a high wind threat, right? So wind gusts 58 miles per hour or higher as that storm moves through. Notice by 6, 7 o'clock, these storms are moving out. This model actually a little quicker with these storms than previous thinking. I still want us to be weather aware from 3 to 8 p.m. This model, though, in particular, has those storms out of here by around 6 or 7. So it's going to sweep through from southwest to northeast. Our southwestern counties as early as 3, 4 o'clock. Some of our northeastern counties are getting out of here around like 7, 8 o'clock p.m. this evening. So once again, sweeping through from southwest to northeast between 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. I want you to be weather aware and just have a way to receive alerts. As long as you have a plan in place, as long as you have a sturdy structure to go to, and you want to get to the most interior room, lowest floor, you're good to go. No need to worry. We just want you to have a way to get those alerts. And once you do get the alert, take it seriously and get to a sturdy structure, get to your safe space, as we say. All right. So just have that plan in place and kind of be aware throughout the afternoon and the evening hours. Mike, thank you so much for sharing. Steven saying hi. Craig, going to be real bad in Kalamazoo. It could be bad anywhere, Craig, across West Michigan. Much of the area is under a enhanced risk now for severe thunderstorms. Looking mainly like a damaging wind threat throughout the afternoon and the evening hours. Michael, hoping Battle Creek doesn't get it bad. Ashley, how high of winds are they thinking? It depends, Ashley. We could have some 60, 70 mile per hour gusts, but really anything above 58 miles per hour is the criteria for a severe thunderstorm warning. 58 mile per hour winds are what can start to bring down those tree branches and kind of create those kind of issues, right? Carrie, Charlotte, probably more around like 5, 6, 7 o'clock, somewhere in there, maybe as late as 8. Hope it stays away from Bronson, says Linda. Jesse, good afternoon from Vicksburg. Are we going to get a watch of any kind? Joseph, great question. Let's go ahead and send you over to the Storm Prediction Center website. Give me just 1 second. Oh, hold on. I have like 10 tabs open. Maybe this wasn't the smartest thing to do because now I have to find my tab. All right. We're going to open. Dang it. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to share this screen with you. And I'll go ahead and show you the Storm Prediction Center's website. Here we go. So this is the Storm Prediction Center website. You can see this is the latest update. We're under an enhanced risk for most of West Michigan. But here they'll talk about watches. So this is looking at Southeast Missouri and Southern Illinois. And they have a mesoscale discussion, basically saying there's a very high chance they're going to issue a tornado watch there soon. So we're probably going to see a tornado watch in Southern Illinois anytime over the next, 15, 30 minutes. That's the cluster of storms that's making its way towards our area. There's more of a tornado threat further south, I will say. For our area, the storms are expected to kind of form more in a line, which usually poses a higher risk for damaging winds than tornadoes. But as this line continues to move further towards our area, they'll probably go ahead and expand those watches. So yes, to answer your question, Joseph, I think we'll probably see a severe thunderstorm watch later on this afternoon or this evening from the Storm Prediction Center. Maybe a tornado watch, but I think the primary mode of concern is going to be severe thunderstorms, whereas that tornado chance is pretty low today. Tiffany, you're very welcome. Checking in from Union City. You're very welcome, Brenda. Jesse, maybe. That'll be up to the schools to decide. Kay, checking in from Colin. Thanks for tuning in. Richard, good afternoon to you. Checking in from Delton. Margaret, hello from Hastings. And Katie, asking about Battle Creek. Yeah, you're under an enhanced risk. So later on, around 4, 5, 6 o'clock, that's when that line will probably be moving through Battle Creek, maybe as late as 7 p.m. Damaging winds being the greatest threat there. Let's go ahead and show you the current satellite. The current satellite from College of DuPage. We're going to open that up, and I'm going to show you some things that are happening in Illinois right now. It's why I'm a little more concerned for some severe thunderstorms later on this afternoon. So you'll notice this is a little hard to see. Can you see my mouse? Okay, you should be able to see my mouse. Up here, see where that mouse is spinning? This is Michigan up here. This is Kalamazoo, right where the mouse is. Down here is central Illinois. You notice how we're seeing some clearing down there, some sunshine? When we get sunny skies, that destabilizes the atmosphere. Thunderstorms love that. It makes it easier for them to grow and easier for them to become more powerful. Now this line, I'm going to put this into play here. This clearing, you'll notice, is moving closer and closer to Michigan. So I think that there's a growing chance that we're going to see some breaks in the clouds and some sunshine. That could warm us up a few more degrees than expected, and that will also create more instability or storm fuel for those storms to kind of fire up and become strong to even severe. So that's why the Storm Prediction Center is increasing our risk for severe thunderstorms this afternoon and this evening. Kind of all the ingredients are there. And the question was, do we see these showers move out quick? Which, yes, that happened. And do we see sunshine early this afternoon? Yes, that is happening. So now the odds of getting some stronger storms are a lot higher than what we were kind of thinking at this point yesterday, right? So clearing over Illinois, that's where storms are expected to fire up here over the next few hours. And then they're going to move their way further to the north and the east, moving through West Michigan between, say, 3 o'clock and 8 in the afternoon and the evening in our area. Holly, sunny in St. Joe County right now. That's not good because satellite and radar is still showing clouds there. So that means this is probably about 15 minutes behind, though. I wish we had exact real-time data. That would be awesome. But thanks for that report, Holly. So that's showing that clouds are already clearing in portions of West Michigan, Southwest Michigan. the more breaks in the clouds we get, the higher chance we have at seeing some strong severe thunderstorms. So that's not a good sign for sure. Pam, you're very welcome. Checking in from Matawan. Caitlin checking in from Cedar Springs. Katie saying hello from Three Rivers. Deland checking in from Vicksburg. Driving home from Illinois to Kalamazoo today, Bailey. What time should we try to be home by? Well, depends on where you're driving from Illinois. It'll be moving through there. It'll be moving through Illinois, over the next few hours. Things will really start to get going here over the next hour or two. And it'll be moving through Illinois. Should be out of that region by 3-4 o'clock. And then we're looking at it here in Michigan between 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. So today, not a great day to be driving for sure. Christopher saying he'll be out chasing the storms today. Be safe, please. Jennifer, hello from Decatur. Kayla saying gloomy in Kalamazoo. Yeah, sure has been a gloomy morning, that's for sure. And checking in from Matawan, Jaden, want to be a meteorologist really bad. Well, hey, look at meteorology schools and study your math and science really hard, Jaden. Jesse, have clouds in Vicksburg. Autumn, cloudy in Three Rivers. Thank you for that report. Kelly saying hello from Battle Creek. So let's go ahead and throw up our hour by hour. Don't throw up. But we're going to put up this graphic here of our hour by hour. And let's time things out again for anyone that's just jumping in. So you'll notice clouds break up a little bit more. Sunshine possible over the next few hours here in West Michigan. That line of storms kind of knocking on our doorstep around 3-4 o'clock for areas like Benton Harbor, Niles, South Haven, Dowagiac. This broken line of thunderstorms is going to move further to the north and east. So look at around 5 o'clock, areas like Holland, Grand Rapids, Hastings, Kalamazoo, Three Rivers, Sturgis. This is going to continue to move to the north and the east. 6 o'clock, Marshall, Charlotte, Ionia. Okay, and then it's going to move off to the east. Give or take an hour. Don't take that timing too literally. This is just kind of a model, right, of what could happen. Could be an hour earlier than what I just showed you. Could be an hour later than what I just showed you. That's why we want you to be weather aware between 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. for some strong severe thunderstorms as they move through our area. Michelle, driving back from Lake City, Michigan, no ice there. Yeah, well, in northern Michigan, that's a whole other thing. They're dealing with a crazy ice storm right now. So just kind of wild weather all across the Midwest, from winter to severe. Christopher was right next to Portage tornado all the way from Dowagiac area. That May 7th was quite the crazy day last year, no doubt about that. Sue, good afternoon to you. How bad is it going to be in Mount Pleasant? Not as bad of a risk all the way up there in Mount Pleasant, Danny. Highest risk is going to be further to the south. Adriana, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't worry about it. Lori, hello from South Haven. Matawan is under an enhanced 3 out of 5 risk, Michelle, for severe weather today. Mike, you're very welcome. Good afternoon to you, Yankee Springs Township Fire Department. It sure is a good day to be vigilant, that's for sure. Lynn saying her daughter says she feels the storms in her bones. She's 9. All right, well, maybe she's got some superpower that can give us a better hint that storms are coming, right? Erica, there's not really a limit. 75 mile per hour gusts, probably, I don't think we'll see any storms that strong. But around 60 miles per hour, 70 miles per hour, certainly possible with these storms today. But you could get those very isolated microbursts, right? That don't affect most people, only affect a very small portion of West Michigan that could produce those higher wind gusts. Ashley, she's just replying to someone. All right, so that was the timing. This is the latest storm outlook from the National Weather Service, the Storm Prediction Center. You'll notice a lot of orange on that map. That's an enhanced, a 3 out of risk for severe thunderstorms, a 3 out of 5 risk for severe thunderstorms. The main threat being damaging winds, but we could have some large hail and maybe very small chance for a quick spin-up tornado. So, kind of summarizing everything I just said here into about 30 seconds. Be weather aware. Have multiple ways to receive alerts between 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. if you're in West Michigan. Confidence is increasing that we're going to see some severe thunderstorms. The greatest risk, the greatest threat with these storms is going to be damaging winds, maybe some large hail, and I'm not going to rule out a quick, brief spin-up tornado. You'll notice anywhere in orange, you're under the same risk, okay? So if you're anywhere in orange, any town, any small town, any big city in orange, it's the same. I'm going to say the same thing. There's that higher risk, a 3 out of 5 chance for severe thunderstorms between 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. The main risk being damaging winds, could have some large hail, maybe a quick, brief spin-up tornado. If you're just now tuning in, my Facebook page, I'm not able to access it right now. My device broke. I had to get a new one, and Meta's kind of being complicated. I'm unfortunately not able to post updates on my Facebook page, Collin Rogers, WWMT, and I apologize about that. We'll hopefully have this settled with Meta soon. But I'm on Twitter or X, Collin_WWMT, and we'll be on News Channel 3, this Facebook page. Meteorologist Will Haney will be in this afternoon, this evening, bringing you updates. He'll cut in if there's any severe thunderstorm or tornado warnings. It's an interesting setup today, what we have going on. In case you're living under a rock, March Madness is going on. Our channel is CBS. So we're kind of competing with Michigan State basketball in the Elite Eight today, right around the time that these storms are going to move through. So we are going to be not cutting in unless there is an absolute emergency that we need to on air. However, on Arc West Michigan, we will be cutting in more frequently. That's our second channel. And then also on Facebook and YouTube, we'll be cutting in as well, bringing you updates throughout the afternoon and the evening if any of these severe thunderstorm warnings pop up or tornado warnings. So, just have multiple ways to receive alerts. Please stay weather aware today. And we'll be here in the office bringing you the latest updates. Meteorologist Will Haney will be in today. And if things get really bad, he said he'll come in too and help out. So he'll be on Arc West Michigan tonight at 6:30 p.m. We'll probably be dealing with storms before then. So check in on Facebook, check in on YouTube, however you're watching right now. We'll post updates through there, bringing you the very latest. Could we see a severe thunderstorm watch? I think it's certainly possible later on this afternoon and this evening. So just have multiple ways of receiving alerts today, have a plan in place, and when that warning is issued, follow the plan and you'll be all good. No reason to be worried. Kelsey, no reason to be worried, okay? Just have a safe place to go to, and when there's a warning, go to it. You'll be all good to go. All right, I'm heading out. Meteorologist Will Haney is in this afternoon, this evening. He'll have the latest updates on Facebook, on YouTube. He'll be on Arc West Michigan at 6:30. He'll be breaking into Arc West Michigan for any warnings. If there is a tornado warning, I don't think there will be, but if there is a tornado warning, we will post an update on News Channel 3. But our primary on-air channel today is going to be Arc West Michigan for providing you updates with severe thunderstorms and for tornadoes, as well as Facebook and YouTube. That's the glory of having these social media sites, right? Everyone stay safe, stay weather aware. 3 to 8 p.m., damaging winds, greatest threat. Not going to rule out some large hail, maybe a quick spin-up tornado. That chance, though, I want to emphasize, very low, okay? The main threat is going to be those damaging winds. I'll be back in tomorrow morning, dark and early. It'll be a lot colder by then. We'll see temperatures in the 30s as you're stepping out the door on Monday morning. But at least that threat for severe weather will be in the rearview mirror. Although I say that, and we are tracking another chance for some severe thunderstorms on Wednesday. That's still a long ways out. A lot of details to be answered, but it's going to be a pretty active 3-4 days ahead. So make sure you're staying with us for the latest updates. Meteorologist Will Haney in this afternoon and this evening. For now, everyone have a great Sunday and stay safe.